Hello, welcome to the EDH bling builds. Today's general will be Korvold, the Faker's King. Pretty solid commander. You could build him however good or however bad you want. In casual formats, you could just build some aristocrats deck and make him so big he just bops everybody on the head. That's cool. I noticed in the cedh database, their build is just as weird, right? You know, if bopping people in the head is not your thing, this one, that the cedh database build wants to Praetor's Grasp, an opponent's Thassa's Oracle, and win through a Tainted Pact Thassa's Oracle combo. But what if your opponents just so happen to be not in blue? What if, right? What if that, or what if that just doesn't happen, right? What do you just sit there and blah, 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 and go back to like a casual strategy and just bop the opponent in the head? So my build has that combo, the Praetor's Grasp, but it also has several other combos that are, but they get the job done. So let's get right into it. You have your Korvold. Well, keeping in mind that if Korvold sacks himself, he does draw a card. I think everyone knows that. Praetor's Grasp. Chain of Smog. Yes. Chain of Smog combo is in this deck. I'm not completely sold on Chain of Smog, so I did not foil it out. I think more and more people are being sold on the Chain of Smog combo or Chain of Smog potential in cedh, because its price point settled down, but it's starting to tick up again. So, do I pull the trigger on a Chain of Smog? So, Chain of Smog, of course, has nice synergy with Witherbloom, right? But since we're in red, we can also get away with cedh to make our Infinite Treasures, and then cast and sack Korvold, draw the deck, and find another combo. Deathrite Shaman is a very cool combo, something that I've never seen before, so I'll call it our Plan Z. Deathrite Shaman has nice synergies with Corpse Dance, and Corpse Dance is in the deck because it goes infinite with Dockside Extortionist. But if you don't have a win condition once you have your Infinite Treasure, because a lot of these decks, they make the Infinite Treasure and they make the Infinite Draw. Okay, but then what? So what you can do is you can reanimate, if you have a sack outlet. You can sack the Deathrite, reanimate it, right? Special summon it with a Corpse Dance with a buyback, of course. And then use its black ability. What? It does other things besides make mana? Yeah, it does. You could make it, considering if you have all the instants and sorceries in your graveyard. So there's a decent instant sorcery count in this deck. You go in and you tap for black, right, using that Infinite Treasure, and banish instant sorcery and pew, pew, all your opponents again and again and again and again and again and again, because you have your infinite mana and you have your infinite buyback with Corpse Dance. So that's a thing. Wow. Going into our creature package, Stitcher's Supplier, because I don't know, it has synergy in the deck, right? We're in an Underworld Breach combo. Just don't hit the Underworld Breach, right? That would be tragic. Ragavan. Dark Confidant. I really have to upgrade him. He's my OG. He's like one of the original creatures I had when I first started playing this format. So I gotta pay him respect. We have our Viscera Seer. I'm not a fan of the extended foil Viscera Seer, because those are just reprinted into Oblivion. So I'm not a fan of extended reprints of cards, especially if they're Pringle quality, right? And I'm not a fan of extended art reprints of cards. I'd rather have the original. So same thing with Eternal Witness. Not a fan of her Ritual Foil, especially if it's disgusting art version. Dockside. Skirk Prospector, which has nice synergy with Dockside. Our ritual creatures, Simian Spirit Guide, Elvish Spirit Guide. Our dorks, Birds of Paradise. Eventually I'll get the 7th edition, eventually. But it's going to be hard. I pray to God it's not a counterfeit. Noble Hierarch. I like the sketch foils. No one appreciates the sketch foils, but this is the only time we've had our sketch foils. So maybe they don't do this again. And then what happens? When we're flooded with etched, foiled, retro frame, and it's just been done. It's already been done to death. Then what? People will seek out the sketch foils, which I think will happen in time. Who knows? Arbor Elf, Amy, our Elves of Deep Shadow. Going to our soft counter package, because we're not in blue, we only have soft counters. We have our Deflecting SWAT, Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, Veil of Summer, and our Autumn's Veil. Once upon a time, I did have the original Autumn's Veil foil, Japanese foil, as a matter of fact, but I don't play this card. I don't play this, and so I won't even upgrade this one. This is the only deck I play this card in. If I'm in another color, if I'm in white, then I would just use Silence. If I'm in blue, then I would just use proper counter magic. If I'm in purple, then I would just use something else. Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Misfortune, Adnos, because Adnos, and then of course Pita. Tutor package. This is mixed, so for instance and sorcery tutors. We have our Demonic Tutor, Imperial Seal, Gamble. I can't stand this card. Well, funny thing happened with this Gamble. I'm so sick of gambling away the card that I tutored. I yeeted this card across a table because I was just so sick and tired of it. And I kid you not, like a boomerang, it came back to me, landed right in front of me. It was wild. Sylvan Tutor, Worldly Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Tainted Pact. If your build, if you can afford to run the Tainted Pact, right? If your mana base allows for it, then run the Tainted Pact. Another tutor doesn't hurt. Noxus Revival, Unearth. This might be Agadeem's Awakening. I'm not sure. I just don't own an Agadeem's Awakening. It's kind of like a shitty corpse dance. So I might swap this out for Agadeem's Awakening, because that does have combo potential too with Eternal Witness and Dockside. Reanimate. Snatch up an opponent's Thassa's Oracle once it's hit the grave with a wheel. And our Yawgmoth's Will. Some special summons. We have our Eldritch Evolution and another WinCon, Finale of Devastation. Final Fortune. Oof. Final Fortune. This card gets better and better every time I play it. Unfortunately, I think the foil version is a little bit out of reach for me. You got to remember, a lot of these cards, when I picked them up, they were not the price that they are currently. So that's the thing. You see a good card, I guess that's the trick, right? Even though this card could just get reprinted over time to oblivion, but if you see a good card and you want to, blinged deck or whatever, just make the stretch if you can, to just get it, and over time it will hold its value. Abrupt Decay. I like this version because it's matching with the Assassin's Trophy, Seb McKinnon, Nature's Claim. Abrade. Not sure which version of Abrade I want to go with. Toxic Deluge. Not a fan of the extended box topper art or whatever. Go into our rituals. Proper card to start things off because it's destruction, but it's also a ritual. Our Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Rain of Filth. Calling the Weak, Rite of Flame, and Justice Will. And Carpet of Flowers, because it's a ritual. Necropotence. Underworld Breach. Quickly go into our artifacts, our mana rocks and artifacts and all things permanent. Witchclaw's Talisman. Lion's Eye Diamond, Jeweled Lotus, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Indulgence, Felwar Stone, Grim Monolith, Chromox, Mox Diamond. I like these Moxes because they're all matching Vulcan Baga art. Same thing with the Soul Ring and the Mana Crypt. So between the 5, it's like beautiful. There's no Mox Opal in this deck because I have a low artifact count. Mana Vault and Lotus Petal and Grinding Station. Grinding Station. I'll explain it very quickly. A lot of people ask, what is up with the Grinding Station in the deck? Grinding Station, if you're in Underworld Breach combo, you don't have like a Civilian's Reclamation, or you're not in blue, you don't have Brain Freeze, then Grinding Station is perfect. Perfect. Because you take your mana positive rock, yeet it away, yum, gobble, fill up the graveyard for more Underworld Breach combo potentials. Our land, very simple. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. We have our 9 fetches. And we have our 3 duels. And our 3 Chakarinos. And then our other duels. Oh, wait, no. We have the 1 basic, a swamp. Because what are you really afraid of, right? A blood moon or something? What? Okay. So you don't need red. And green's not that important in the deck. So you just, the one basic swamp is fine. Suffice. And then our other weird duels. Spire Garden, Luxury Suite, Nurturing Peatland, Undergrowth Stadium. I like, I stuck with this border, this frame, because I wanted to match with the, the Modern Horizon 1 and the Battle Bond lands. They didn't come out as an extended foil or have some weird, I mean, they do have like the Simpsons art of this and that, right? But just keep it matching was my decision. Rainbow Lands, Command Tower, Forbidden Orchard. Maybe this changes for like a Gemstone Cavern or something, because if I'm gonna go with plan D and bang people in the head with Korvold, I don't know. Exotic, Mana Confluence, City of Brass. I didn't know the price was so crazy on this. I didn't know. Gemstone Caverns. And then Ancient Tomb. The only weird thing is this Emergent Stone, so you could do what you want to do on your opponent's turn. Easy peasy.